Good morning, everybody. Back again after last night. Just want to show everybody that this is what you can do every day. Just start your morning off with an easy run. I just did a 30-minute run. Normally, I prefer like a 10 to 15-minute run, and then come in, do my exercises, my lunges here. I do, and also air squats and push-ups. And I do 100. And I like doing 100, but not 100 straight. I do 10, and then 10, and then 10, or 20, 20, 20. And I'll do 5 sets of 20, or 4 sets of 25, but I don't do all 100 in one shot. I'm sweating up a storm right now. Like, you can't really tell it, but my shirt is drenched just from the run this morning. I'm finishing up the first part of my workout. I'll hit the gym, do some crunches. And then I'll get back out there and do another 10-minute run, probably. Preferably, I like to do 15-minute run, workout, then do another 15-minute run. And just follow it up with a light breakfast and do that every 6 hours. I was dead serious about that. I know I was drinking like way too much last night. Started off with some friends and it ended up being on my own later. I just went down there and sat at the bar, just having a good time. But I just want to get my word out there of what I've experienced and what I've done and how it's worked for me tremendously. And like I said, scroll through my pictures, you'll see where I was, where I'm at now. I've even put on a little bit of weight since I went down to one of the other camps. I was eating much better. They just started serving food here again, which was one of the biggest problems that I had, especially while I was in quarantine. There just wasn't a lot of food to eat. There wasn't really anything available. And that is kind of what kick-started the whole thing. Being in quarantine, just a very low-calorie diet, not by choice. But then I noticed that after quarantine, after they started serving the food again and everything started kind of going back to normal, I was sticking to that. That plan, that diet, and it's worked. And like I said, the choice of food here isn't great. You can eat semi-healthy if you really look around for it. But for the most part, you go into the dining facility we have here, and there's probably going to be pizza and hamburgers, sandwiches. They do put some salad stuff out. And I try to eat normal, regular, keep carbs low in the evenings, probably carb up more in the mornings. That helps give me the energy that I need to get through the rest of the day. But even after drinking, I got so much more energy, and my endurance and my stamina is through the roof. I probably didn't go to bed last night until about 11 o'clock. After sitting, I had 2 beers over there where you guys saw me last night. I had a couple before I even got there, and still got up this morning, still went out and did my run, still got my exercises in. I'm not trying to turn this into like I'm a health nut or anything. I'm not. I enjoy drinking beer, eating potato chips, and pizza and hot dogs is my downfall. But I've really discovered it is a way in which you do it. And so I've started off with my run and my workout this morning. I'm going to finish up now. So there's my deficit. I've started a calorie deficit. For the rest of the day, my body's going to be trying to catch up. So everything I eat is going to go straight to burning, because that's your fuel. Your calories is your fuel. It's what beats your heart, what helps you breathe when you walk around, when you're awake and alert. You're just naturally burning calories. You just burn more when you work out. So starting off with a deficit, and I mean a very good one. Like I said, I weighed 176 this morning before I started anything. If I go weigh myself again right now, I've probably lost easily 3 pounds in water weight. And then of course you will put that back on, but your body again is going to be playing catch up for the rest of the day. So I feel good, I feel great, and I'll check back in when I get back to the office, and we'll see how much I lost. From 176.4 was my weight going out. When I get back up there, we'll see what I'm weighing in at, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the 173 range. So this is done for now. I'll call you back. Bye. Now we're live. It takes forever to hook up. So headed back into the office. We're gonna weigh in again. Oh, it is humid outside. East Africa. My goodness. Craziness. Not quite as far down as I thought it would be, but I weighed 176. Let's turn this around. Now coming in at, where is that? $175. So a pound and a half roughly. And keep in mind, my shirt and my shorts are completely soaked as if I dipped them in a tub of water and then put them on. I'm sure that's carrying a couple pounds right there. But still, you see some body weight, some water weight lost just on that workout. I finished the day with a 10-minute run. Now that's done. So this is my office. This is my desk. It's the control center. That's where it happens. It's actually just a container, a shipping container that we've converted over into an office, or had converted over into an office. Pretty nifty. Actually, my wife and me are thinking about investing in some of these for living housing units, like a studio apartment, you know, putting them in the Philippines. They have very, very small units. They're probably even half the size of this that they ran out. And we could purchase probably a dozen of them fairly cheap, cheaper than building a house actually. And we're thinking that might be a good investment. We're looking into it to see. I'm excited. So, day's done. Now, I drink my coffee and go through my regular day as I normally do. I come in by climbing stairs, burning calories right there. So, I'm pretty sure that if I go dry off, shower, come back, weigh myself again, you're gonna see that I'm down even below 175, probably in the 174 range. And for the rest of the day, my body's going to be, everything that I eat now is going to get used as fuel for my body, for calories. It's going to use those calories. Eating in between and eating just extra or eating out of boredom is what really packs the pounds on. Your body doesn't really need those calories. It's like you got a full tank of gas and you're stuffing a little bit more fuel in there. It's going to put it in a reserve tank right here, you know, or here for men, which is one of the places that I've really lost the most weight, that I'm not very comfortable with, is seeing that, because it just really shows my age and makes me look so much older, and also my face is kind of getting sunken. I'd like to put some of that weight back on. Like I said, I'd like to get up to about 180, 185. That's my goal. But I'd like to get there lean, not put that weight on in pizza. And also, I'm not advocating, I don't want it to make it seem that way, that, hey, just go out and eat pizza and hot dogs and run, you'll be okay, man, you're gonna lose weight. I'm not really saying that. I do eat my fair share of salads. I stay on the protein quite a bit, as far as like meats and stuff, more so than I do any of the carbs, but I do eat carbs. I have carbs, oatmeal in the morning, get plenty of carbs there. I got a protein shake over here that I take sometimes as a sort of like, it's not a replacement meal. I feel like that once I got down to 170, I wanted to put weight back on, lean weight. That was a good way to do it. So, and that is loaded with carbs, and that's fine in the mornings. And in the evenings, I try to lay off the carbs a little bit more, but I still eat them. But I do eat my fair share of really good food. I'm just saying that when I go in there, sometimes I just don't feel like eating a salad. It's okay. I want to have a hot dog or a pizza, or at night I want to go have a couple of beers or a couple of drinks with the guys, you know. And it's not going to be devastating to my overall fitness. And I've got more stamina now, I think, than when I was in my 30s. I was probably in my best shape around 35 to 36 years old. I think 35 I really started losing weight and trimmed up really good. And never was able to get back to that. And I thought it was just, you know, well, it's not my DNA. And not that I'm totally fit. I was really heavy, and I've managed to get rid of most of that. Then I just would like to share that with everybody, honestly. You know, hey, this is how I did it. I didn't think it was possible. I thought this is just the way it is. I'm getting older. I ain't gonna be able to shed weight like I used to. If I can hold it back, you know, keep it around 200. I was getting up to 220 plus. And for my frame, that's really carrying a lot of weight. That picture that is on my timeline of the heavy knee isn't even close to where I was. I was actually bigger than that. That picture was probably 4 or 5 years ago. My daughter was still a baby. She was just born, my youngest daughter. She's 6 years old now, and she was, yeah, it was probably about 5 years ago. 4 at the earliest. And I got even much heavier than that. There's videos where we're together on vacation and you see me just like struggling to get out of the pool, breathing heavy. And when I did start to lose, hey, I can't blame it on age and I can't blame it on DNA. I can't, hey, I can do this, and I did. And I'm proud of what I did and what I've accomplished. And I just do want to share it. And I want to say that I didn't have to invest any money at all. I didn't have to put money into keto or any of those other Dr. whatever his name was, low carb diets, I didn't have to do any of that. This is just strictly me eating just the food that's available in our dining facility. And it's not always the greatest food. And you gotta remember too that most of the food that we eat is shipped here. It's all processed. It's processed food, which they say absolutely stay away from. And sometimes you just don't have a choice, because even the salads and cabbage that we don't get it off the local economy. It's sprayed, preservatives, it's frozen, it's all shipped over here, and then it's thawed, and then it's served to us, and we get all that. So still, I was able to do what I did when I first got here. I was weighing, I think I had gotten myself down below 200, around 195. And that was probably the best that I could do. And that was the best that I could ever wish for. And I was fine. I was like, hey, I did that. I'm good. With the developments that's happened over these past few months and put me in situations where I was forced to do that 6 hours in between each meal and eat only what they were bringing us. It was chicken and rice almost every day. So you kind of pick at it after a while, and you are like cutting calories tremendously. So that was a bit of an issue, as far as like the reason why I think I lost as much weight as I did really fast. But I've gone back to eating it, and I've continued to lose. Remember, I only got down to 185. The very first before and after picture that I took, I was still weighing over 185, and really nothing was even showing through. Still had a good layer of fat there, but I trimmed up, and you could tell that, and you're like, what'd you do with it? Where did it go? And that was the beginning of it. And so I decided, hey, I'm gonna stick to that. That was what they were feeding us. I'm gonna continue eating like that. It was hard when I go in there and I see the hamburgers and I didn't want to mess with them, or the hot dogs. I'm gonna eat right. And I stuck to that. I would say I did probably stick to that for maybe a week before I caved in and went and had beers, and I got cake and ice cream, and I had the hot dogs. But then I still would push myself to go to that 6 hour mark, which is the hardest thing to do. Going 6 hours without eating, if you think it wouldn't be that big of a deal if you eat at 5 o'clock in the morning, you turn around and you eat at 11, it's hard. And especially if you work out in the morning, because remember, like I said, you're already in a deficit. Your body's gonna let you know you're in a deficit, and it's gonna let you know by being very, very hungry. It's hard. You're pushing yourself, but remember, you've eaten at 5, you're not starving, you're not gonna die. Go that 6 hours, push yourself, it's part of the workout. Get to that 6 hour mark, eat, because your body's got nothing, it's got no other choice if you go that 6 hours except to start burning fat. That's its reserves. It's got its reserve tanks. They're all over you, and if you're pushing that 6 hour mark, I'm gonna have to wait till, this body decides to eat and fill me back up. So in the meantime, start pulling that reserve to keep you going. Remember, you're burning calories just by being awake. That's your fuel. That's what makes you tick. Calories, and you need them. You gotta burn them. But fill that tank up, and then fill that tank up a little bit more, and fill it up a little bit more, then it's just gonna put everything in reserve. But then I say, after the first couple of days, that third day, and you're sticking to that 6 hours, you're sticking to, eating, simple meals. They don't have to be big. You don't want to stuff yourself, but you don't want to be skimpy on them either, because you want to make it to that next, you want to get full. You don't want to be hurting trying to get to that 6 hour mark because you ate a sandwich and that was all you ate for, lunch. Eat a meal. But your body's gonna have to find its source of energy from somewhere else in between those meals, in between your eating habits. And it can only do that by burning fat. 100%. That's all from me for today. I know most of everybody's asleep back home. I got a lot of friends over here that watch all this stuff, and maybe we'll get together and we'll start doing some stuff together as far as fitness. Most of the people that I work with and I hang out with are all very much into living a better, healthier lifestyle. Some are more veganish. You know, they still do the tuna fish and the chicken, but me, not trying to hear it. So, see everybody later on. I don't know if I'm going to do any more of these live feeds. I just wanted to kind of clean up the mess last night. I was pretty drunk, and I posted some videos and pictures of stuff that I've done in the past that is a big no-no. I shouldn't have posted that stuff. I took them down, but I was just having fun. And in the videos, that's all we're doing. We're down there. I'm working with those guys and just killing time, having fun. They like showing me what they got, what they can do, and you know, I go down there to do training anyway. So I'm showing them everything that we got. It's fun, all in fun. But that's it. Good luck to everybody. If anybody, and I've had several people have asked me, you know, when I posted the before and after pictures, you know, and I guess that's why I kind of wanted to do this, and also for my wife, she's always hit me up, you know. But a lot of people have asked me, like, what do? You have any, you have any certain, you know, types of foods that you're eating? And no, it's not. It's just morning, burning calories, the rest of the day, 6 hours, 3 meals. That's it. Easy. Easy peasy. Good day, everybody, and good luck for those of you who are going to get into it and stick to it. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to have more stamina, and you're going to be proud you did it. Give yourself, do that diet. Do that workout in the morning. Just do it for 6 days. Weigh yourself before and after. You're going to be amazed. I promise you. And it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. Peace out.